Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we offer a symbol representative of those comrades who have made the ultimate sacrifice and those who have passed before us. We offer this symbol as a sign that we have not forgotten their sacrifice and as renewal of the oath each of us has taken to care for our fellow man. In particular, we wish to remember two providers who will be sorely missed by many in our region. Ronald E. Moose Wenzel Jr. died on January the 12th, 2014. He was just 51 years old. Ronnie started his firefighting career in 1989 in the City of Reading Fire Department, working his way through the ranks from firefighter, training lieutenant, and first deputy fire chief. He dedicated his life to volunteering, starting as a junior firefighter with the Keystone Fire Company of Shillington and joining several other Berks County fire departments over his 30-plus years of service. He served as the fire chief of Liberty Fire Company of Sinking Spring until the creation of the Western Berks Fire Department, where he became a deputy fire chief. Ronnie was also an EMT, first serving with Governor Mifflin Ambulance and later with Western Berks Ambulance Association, and was a member of the incident management team of the East Central Task Force and the Fire and Rescue and Hazmat Committee for East Central Task Force. Will Moose's wife, Diane, please come out? Deputy Secretary of Health, Marty Ranowski, will present a memorial plaque to honor the memory of Moose. Many of you here tonight that have joined us for years past well may remember Curtis W. Ryan, who died on May the 17th of this year. He was 85 years old. Kurt, an EMT, was one of the three original co-founders of Blandon Community Ambulance. For 52 years, Kurt Ryan served his community as an active member with Blandon, along with his late wife Mary, also an EMT. He served as president, responding to calls, training fellow members, and performing any duties upon which he was called. Kurt lived and breathed EMS. Kurt loved attending the Pocono EMS conference, missing very few of the past 19, and then, only recently, due to failing health. In 1995, he was honored as PA Volunteer of the Year by the Eastern PA EMS Council. We're joined tonight by Kurt's son, Curtis Ryan Jr., and his daughter, Kim Messinger, who too will be presented the memorial plaque by Deputy Secretary of Health, Marty Ranowski. Please join us in honoring these and all providers who have gone before us with a moment of silence. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated so that all may see the arrival of our honored guests.
Keep them. And none. The word, Mark.
Representing the United States Armed Forces, Specialist Ben Brown. Representing EMS, Director of the Bureau of EMS, Richard Gibbons. Representing the Fire Service, Firefighter Albert DiGidio. And representing Law Enforcement, Officer Lee Henry.
Detail. Left. Face. Post. Post. detail. Present. Arm.
Please stand for taps.
Order. Arm. Detail right. Hey. Forward. March.
Please be seated. The table you see before you tonight is set for those responders who cannot be with us. We stand with and represent all of them here tonight. The four service hats symbolize everyone who has served as a public safety servant. The white tablecloth represents the purity of their response to the call. The table is round to show our concern for them is never ending. The single white candle represents the unity of service and the flame within us. The crystal candle holder and the vase represent the clear direction of our mission. The single red rose in the vase reminds us of their families, loved ones, and co-workers. The red, white, and blue ribbon around the vase represents the love of our country and way of life, which inspired them to answer the call. The black napkins stand for the emptiness these responders have left in the hearts of their families and friends. The slice of lemon on the bread plate reminds us of their bitter fate. The salt on the bread plate represents the tears of their families. The wine glass is turned upside down to remind us that our distinguished comrades cannot be with us to drink a toast or join in the festivities of this evening. And finally, the American flag is present to warn the fact that they will not return and to pay tribute to their posse. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present the Chairman of the Conference Committee, Mr. Billy Wood.
Good evening, and welcome to the last night of the Pocono Conference, the 20th anniversary. I'm very proud to be the chairman, and I'm very proud that I'll be stepping down at the end of this little speech here, and turning the reins over to somebody new to be the chairman as we move forward. St. Luke's Hospital has been the premier sponsor of this conference for the entire 20 years. And no other sponsor has been here that long. And I'd like to thank St. Luke's, and I'd like all of you to thank St. Luke by standing up and giving them a round of applause. Do they give us money, they also give us the physicians that teach the classes, and all we give them in return is a thank you, a bottle of wine, and a free night stay here in Pocono Manor. So I get off pretty cheap if you ask me. I'd also like to thank our two EMS liaisons, Jeff Yanashko, and your partner. Madam Zook, there you go. I couldn't read my own scribble. Thank you guys. Sorry, Adam. Yeah, right back at you. Also tonight, I'm very honored. One of my EMT students from many years, not so many years ago, is now the chairman of St. Luke's Hospital Emergency Room for the whole entire network, Dr. Becky Pacino. And also just recently appointed her deputy, Pete Favini. Pete has been the only person that has spoke at all 20 conferences, lectured here. Started off at Pocono, and now he's at St. Luke's, Dr. Pete Favini. And last but not least, I really thank the EMS Council, the Department of Health, but most importantly, all of our volunteers that pull this off for the last 20 years. So staff, Department of Health, and volunteers, please stand up. I get to stand up here, they do all the work, so thank you very much. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Jim Conrad, the president of the EMS Council. Jim?
Sorry, I know this may sound a little redundant, but I think Bill stole half of my speech. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Saturday night dinner sponsored by St. Luke's University Health Network. As we continue to celebrate our 20th anniversary of the annual Pocono Conference, it's important to note also, as Billy said, that this is the 20th year that we've had St. Luke's as a supporter, a partner with us, and someone that we're hopeful that will continue to be with us for a long period of time to come. Long-term sponsors such as St. Luke's have enabled us to present outstanding educational opportunities for our providers, not only at our conference, but throughout the year. I was going to ask everybody to please stand up from St. Luke's, but Billy just did that, so skip that, sorry. Again, thank you for your continued support of the Eastern PA EMS Council and our conference, and we look forward to many years of partnering with St. Luke's in the future. Again, we thank you for all you do for EMS, and we really appreciate you being here. Thanks.
Good evening, and again, thank you all for joining us tonight on what was described as our last evening. I would also personally like to thank all of our friends and our partners from the St. Luke's University Hospital Network for not only your professionalism, your commitment, and dedication to healthcare in the Lehigh Valley and beyond. As you all know, St. Luke's is 6 hospitals strong, spanning 2 states in eastern Pennsylvania and western New Jersey, providing both ground and air transportation. But from our perspective, from the pre-hospital EMS perspective, I cannot be prouder of the continuing education, their initiatives with mobile healthcare integration. But more so, as was recognized earlier, what really stands out for most of us is Dr. Pete Cavini, who maintains an ongoing scholarship fund that continues to support, the paramedic tuition for individuals wishing to enter the paramedic program. So we thank you for that, sir. So with that said and done, I'd like to personally thank Adam. What's the other guy's name? Both Adam Mazook and Jeff Ianachko. As we all know, they are the face of the pre-hospital community. They are the face of St. Luke's. They are the individuals that we go to, and all too unfortunately, Mr. Ianachko tends to call me at 6:30 in the morning. But we've forgiven him for that. But we thank you, gentlemen. We had a very nice plaque to you this evening. We have a very nice plaque. So Jeffrey, I'm going to hand this to you, sir. With that, it gives me great pleasure to introduce not only a local physician, not only an individual who has dedicated so much time to the pre-hospital community, continues to serve today, but the St. Luke's University Health Network, the Vice Chair of Network Emergency Services, Dr. Peter Cavini.
Thank you, everyone. Tonight, really, someone said, "What are you going to say?" And I said, "Well, it's before dinner. I'm not going to say very much." But to be quick. But thank you all. This is really about you guys. I mean, we stood up twice now, but it's really about you guys. It's really about thanking you for your service. I can't think of anything better than when someone calls 911 and asks for help, that the control centers are there, and that people are there to respond and show up at your house. I've been medical director in this area for about 25 years of almost all the ambulance services. I'm the medical director for Monroe County Control Center, and for the Pike County Control Center, which seems to not impress anyone at dinner parties other than tonight. So that's actually, except if someone has chest pain, suddenly I become an important guy in the room. So, but tonight, thank you so much. St. Luke's is committed to being here with you guys. We're committed every year to being here with you guys, and we will continue to be with you guys. As things go forward, healthcare is going to change, reimbursement will change, liability will change. We want to be there with you. We want to help you protect your service. It's such a value to the community. So thank you very much. Thank you on behalf of St. Luke's.
And with that, we'll begin dinner service. We're going to be beginning here with our friends from St. Luke's.
Up here, but an honor nonetheless. Centronia had two individuals in the last 24 hours pass. One, someone who's been associated with the ambulance for a long time, and the other one, the son of a Centronia member. The son was Paulie Vandovich, who just passed away, and the other was Dennis Kunkel. He was an EMT. He's been associated with Centronia Ambulance in Allentown for over 27 years. His tenure with Centronia was one of the most accomplished, serving the community as an EMT and eventually moving into the communications division as one of the organizers of their premier communications specialist. Dennis was a proud man that cared greatly for his family. His wife Carol, his two sons Jonathan and Joe, both who followed Dennis in his footsteps and both who became EMTs and are working for Centronia. Last evening, Dennis left this very conference to return to his wife. Dennis experienced a medical event and sadly passed away. Dennis has been a longtime friend of the Pocono EMS Conference, a staple during each of the year's events. Dennis was always welcome and always joined us for the educational experiences. Tonight, as we all come together to celebrate our successes at the Pocono Conference, we'll ask all of our friends to support the family, if you can, and make a small donation which will go to support our good friends and their family. I would also ask you to lend your support to Centronia. Obviously, it's a very difficult time, and maybe for those of you that were watching the table earlier, it'll have that little bit more meaning when they retire the colors tonight. Thank you.
Detail. Hands good. Forward. Mark. Left. Face. Pose. Breathe in. Arm. Right, face. Forward, march.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the retiring of the table bar. Thank you for your attention. We sincerely hope that you've had an incredible experience here at your conference this year. We look forward to seeing you all at the 21st Pocono EMS Conference to be held at the phenomenal Kalahari Resort and Convention Center, literally right down the road in 2015. On behalf of the conference committee and all the staff of the Eastern PA EMS Council, who so willingly work so hard to pull your conference together, we thank you. We bid you a good night. Safe travels.